Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Mohammed.
Well, Mohammed, I mean, he's been doing very well the last 2 years or so, being on top of the world and just pretty much winning most of the tournament and being very consistent with his style, consistent with his performances on court, which I think is great. I'm very desperate to catch up. I'm very desperate to catch up with everyone, not just Mohammed. All those days and nights just sitting on my bed watching squash or just hearing about it, and at times don't want to even know anything about it because it's not pleasant to know about something that you can do and you know that you can do well. So yeah, tonight I'm sure it's going to be a tough match. He's a very tough competitor. He doesn't let anything go on court. I've heard some things. I've read an article or two about him saying some things about me, which I spoke to him about, and I think that's what's the sport about, and what sports in general is about respect. And because we have mutual respect, I went up and I spoke to him, and he absolutely said that he never said that. And for me, this is big, and for me, that's the most important thing for me as a player. And I think that's what sports about. I mean, everyone plays sports, but what's important is what you play for. And for me, the most important thing when I play is to understand that we are bringing the best out of each other every time we go on court, not in a hateful way, but in a positive, constructive way. And that's why it has to be clean all the time, and we have to have mutual respect for each other all the time. And yeah, that's how I grew up doing it, and that's how I want to keep it around. I've been playing with all those. When I was younger, I was playing with all those older athletes. I was the youngest basically when I came on tour, and I was playing with the youngest I was 17, 18, and the youngest one was 25, 26. When I started getting the top 10, the youngest one was maybe 29, 28. So it wasn't easy for me to be around, and I had to always, be sure that I was doing the right things, and that taught me a lot. And now, when I'm playing against Mohammed, Nicholas, Simon, all the players who are around my age, it's kind of enjoyable, because I want to keep it the way it's supposed to be, and I want to keep things right and fair all the time. And yeah, basically that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, Rami is a completely different character than everyone else, and that's what makes him always different, and has been playing better as the tournament went on, and has been raising his game every match. And yesterday he completely played at a different level. And if you're gonna play against Greg, you have to be playing your best. You're not gonna be the world champion unless you're at your best, and that's what Rami did yesterday, and it showed the great player and the great player he is. I'll be expecting him to be at his best tonight, so I'll have to be at my best today, and for sure that will what would make it very exciting.
You mentioned bringing the best out of each other. The last two times you and Mohammed have played have been two of probably the best matches people have seen in the last sort of 5-10 years. Does he bring the best out of Rami Ashour?
Well, definitely he does, and there's something not everyone would know about. I like his style. I like his style on court. I like his spirit. I really admire him as an athlete. He's very persistent. He's relentless, and I have similar characteristics, I would say, and I really respect whoever has that. And he's a cool guy as well, and that just adds a lot on it. So yeah, definitely brings the best out of me, and I hope that I do the same for him. And hopefully we'll put on a great show tonight, and may the better man win.
Yeah, I think the last two matches we played in Laguna and the World Championship, we completely took everything out of each other. We always take the best out of each other, and we completely I feel we always change the game a little bit when we play against each other, and the pace we play at is just one step further than the others. And but yeah, I mean, you always raise your game depending on your opponent. And if I'm gonna play someone like Rami, that's when I'll have to raise my game more than I normally do with anyone else. And but I live for these kind of matches and these kind of battles. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to enjoy another great match with him.
You've both had match balls, both of them. Does that give you the edge tonight, knowing that you've been so close to defeat and turned it around twice, and that he's been so close to victory and not been able to take it? Does that play a role tonight? Does that come into your thinking at all?
Well, of course it does come in my thinking. It's yeah, definitely it's on my mind, but at the same time I'm not thinking about it too much, because getting caught up in winning matches or losing matches, for me, that's not a strategy that I follow. I follow a strategy basically which says just do what you can, what you can on that day. Do the best you can on that day, and what happens in the past is in the past, and what happens in the future we have no control over. So it's just that day, it's just today that I care about the most. Today is every time I'm gonna play anyone, every time I play anyone, it's as if it's the first time I'm playing him ever. And that's how I wanna say, that's what I wanna say all the time, that's what I wanna think all the time. Of course, things get in my head, definitely, like any other player, but I always just trying to, you know, send these signals to my head just to be mentally fresh for every match.
And just finally, if you were to come through and lift the trophy tonight, I know you won a few years ago and it was an emotional victory, winning the British Open. What would it mean if you were able to redo that this evening and get your hands on that trophy once again?
It would mean a lot. I mean, the British Open is the most prestigious, basically, title, I would say, in the world, because England is the motherland of the game. And this title has been around even, I'm not like that deep in the history, but I don't know, maybe that title was even before the World Open title was made. But I don't know, maybe that's wrong. But basically for me, that's the biggest thing. I mean, when I won it 2 years ago, it was huge, because I mean, just winning it as a first Egyptian after 56 years, that was something big. And at the same time, I was kind of fighting a lot of battles outside the court and outside the court, and it was a matter of pride for me, and it was a matter of pride of winning that amazing title, and pride of, you know, just going through adversity and you know, making it through that. So basically it would be a huge thing for me to win the title, definitely.
2 times maybe when we played, I was not so relaxed, you know. I was always playing catch up with the others, you know. All of them has already won a lot of titles, and I wanted to win titles like them. And but at the same time, I forgot about the fact that I'm so many years younger than them. But yeah, that's the kind of person I am. I never cared what age I was, but yeah, this time I'm more relaxed, you know. This is I don't know, the 5th World Series final I'm playing in a row, and last season I played all the final as well. So I'm going into this match with achievements already. I know that I had this title already in my bag, so I'm much more relaxed. It brings the best out of me when I do that, and I'm enjoying my squash much more. And it will be maybe the first time I'm playing him when I'm actually relaxed, and I think it will make the match even better, you know. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to be on court for sure against him today, and I really hope we give another special match like the last two times.